Derek, good to see you. I want to ask you a question that I've been hearing a lot lately. Is it really a good idea to max out your 401k? So let's take a look at the contribution limits for 2023. Here they are. Max 401k plan contribution 22.5 per year for most people. If you're 50 and older, it bumps up to 30. So 401k is generally the most accessible and easiest way to save for retirement. So how important is it that we max it out every year?
Well, Aaron, you covered one of the most important things, the ease of savings. 401k contributions are very easy to set up through the employer. You can go right to your custodian that manages your 401k, whether it's a Fidelity or a TD Ameritrade or a Charles Schwab. And you can log right into the site. You can control your contributions, Aaron. A lot of people don't realize how easy it is to change their contribution level. In regards to maximizing, you certainly should be taking advantage of the best amount that you personally for your household can make work. Putting that money away earlier in the working career, in your working career, it makes life a lot easier later. And you get the benefits of compounding math. So certainly needs to be part of the plan of how you put money away into the 401k.
I've heard before you should contribute up to the max match and not a dollar more. The extra money should go somewhere else. How do you feel about that?
Well, I think it depends on each individual household and their finances, but I think this comes down back to kind of foundational planning. So
Mhm.
one area that everyone needs to start with is the first is to make sure that you have an emergency fund. That's step one
Right.
for every single household, whether you're newly starting in a career, whether you're long into your career working, or you're looking at retirement, making sure that you have a very, very strong emergency fund set away, which is bank savings. Once those bank savings are set, your next phase is over into the 401k. Aaron, you mentioned, should you only go up to the company match? Well, for an individual household that has the accessibility to put money away, I think you should be going beyond the match. Maybe a brand
Okay.
new employee starting their career, yeah, absolutely start at just the matching and getting the ball rolling downhill. But for most people in their working career, you want to go and push that as far as you can. And one of the neat areas of 401ks today, Aaron, is you have the opportunity for Ross, where you can put money tax
Right.
free away in a 401k. So I always try to push folks to see and look at going beyond the employee match, and then also looking to see if you can put money away into Roth and start building that separate tax free bucket.
hmm We've talked before about the limited investing options within
Mhm.
401ks. So when would you advise branching out and investing in stocks or ETFs as opposed to maxing out the 401k?
Another great question. For individual households for foundational planning, if we've got the emergency funds, Aaron, and you've got your 401k contributions constructed to the proper rate based on your savings goal, then your next opportunity is any available funds that you might have throughout the month beyond expenses that you can start to save also. That's when you go out and you set up that third prong in the investment platform, which is opening a brokerage account, purchasing ETFs and stocks, non-qualified investments. I always tell clients, that's the next leg behind your bank savings if you're able to build brokerage. Because if your bank savings are set, retirement funds are being put away, you're missing that middle pier, which is that brokerage, which can be ETFs and stocks.
hmm
Mhm.
One drawback though, maxing out the 401k, if I'm pushing all my cash there, and then all of a sudden I need money for a big expense, I'm going to be hit with a severe penalty if I have to tap my 401k.
And absolutely. This comes back to what we just discussed. Ensuring number one, that you start with your foundation.
Mhm.
Foundation number one, bank emergency funds. These are the funds that I call leverage. If you've got your bank savings, it allows you to avoid those catastrophe events that happen in life, whether it's a job change, whether it's a parent sick, child sick, you're sick, work changes, housing issues, anything that comes up. Having those emergency funds is the first foundation to avoid having to go into what you just mentioned, which is having to tap into a retirement account. Additionally, for planners or individuals that are kind of down the path a little bit, after you have bank savings, 401k, that brokerage account that you're setting up with stocks or ETFs or whatever you'd like to invest in, that gives you the opportunity as an additional savings position behind your bank that is accessible before you would ever go into that 401k.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Last question. What if I'm over 50 and realizing that I have not saved enough for retirement?
Uh, don't get down on yourself.
It's tough. Yeah.
Absolutely not. So one of the areas that we've seen is there's a lot, and I just read an article recently that there are a lot of people that are just now getting serious about retirement savings at 48, between the ages of 48 and 54, which you would
Wow.
say, oh my word, that's really late to the party.
Yeah.
You just want to make sure that you're still going to the party. You can be late. So I think the best thing is if you're 50, if you're 48 or you're 58, and you're going, okay, I might not have everything that I've wanted to save. I think at that point, it's to sit down with an advisor, look at what you have coming in, what's going out, whether it's reducing debt, savings for retirement, and really just start to plot your path forward. I would tell anyone it's never too late to plan and start putting money away. And I would suggest if you're starting a little late and you're planning, sit down with an advisor, map out your course, and be accountability to that course, and you'll get there.
There is a way forward. That's good to
Always
hear because
is.
you're right, Derek. I think that frustration almost handicaps us, sometimes paralyzes us.
It
So it's good
does.
to hear it's never too late. If somebody has questions about, where they should be putting their money in retirement account versus brokerage, what's the best way to reach you?
Yeah, they can reach out via phone 703-273-2326. They can also just go to the website and contact us at www.3leaffinancial.com.
All right, Derek, thank you.
Thank you so much, Aaron.